Let's be honest. Does it ever bother you when you get stressed out at times? Do your relationships suffer? Do you lose sleep? Hi, I'm Deb Lewis, founder of Mentally Tough Women, and I teach women how to handle more stress. Some people say that the best way to handle stress is to get rid of the people and situations in your life. But what if you don't want to, or you can't? Are you going to stop being a parent? Are you going to stop going to work? Or stop caring about the people who are in your life? What if, instead of getting stressed out, you walked confidently into these same situations with the best version of you? The great news is, you can. Your success at handling all types of situations depends on learning some skills, which you can get really good at. I'd like to share some life-changing stories where I learned these tough lessons. For many reasons, right out of high school, I chose an unusual path. Along with 118 other women, I decided to attend military academy at West Point in the first class that allowed women. 4 years later, 62 of us graduated. The physical part was intense, but the worst part was the stress that people around us caused and the drama. One lesson that stands out is when a classmate of mine said some really hurtful things in front of a group. Now, I was prepared for a lot, but not for someone who I thought was my friend to do that. I didn't say anything at the time. And quite frankly, I didn't want to talk to him ever again. But it troubled me so much that I decided, I want to find out what happened. What's the truth? So I went and talked to him one-on-one. And when I did, what did I learn? That he hadn't a clue how much he'd hurt me. And he was horrified what he'd done. He apologized, we cleared the air, and to this day we're still friends. After West Point, I joined the Army as a second lieutenant. And years later, a similar incident happened where I was leading a group of people, and one of the people in that group stood up and yelled at me and said some pretty awful things in front of the group, and then stormed out. Now, after my first experience, I thought, I need to go find out what happened. And so I did. I took him one-on-one, and I talked to him. And guess what happened next? He blew up. And in fact, the conversation got so heated that all I wanted to do was punch him. Lucky for me, back in 6th grade, I learned that's a really bad idea. Although it was a brief conversation, it took a lot longer for me to process it earlier, and longer still to fully appreciate the lessons I'd learned that day. Because even when you give people the benefit of the doubt, that doesn't mean that they're going to react positively. They might even explode. Why is that? Well, contrary to what the evidence says, studies have told us that even when people are wrong, that they won't ever believe that they've done anything wrong. And so you have to prepare for that. And those who blow up at you have a lot more going on than you think. And so you have to adapt and know what to expect. Later on in my Army career, I rose to the rank of colonel, and I was given a command in combat that was a $3 billion construction program where I worked with thousands of people. The big problem there was 15% of my people rotated monthly. That means 75 out of 500 people left, and then new people came in. So I had to focus on how to effectively engage the new people so they could work. And I also had to plan for those times. Now, most of them could be given the benefit of the doubt, and it worked out great. But I also had to handle those who may not. Because even though they were a tiny group of people, they could have a very destructive impact on my team. In this extreme environment, these skills helped us become a strong team and be able to accomplish a lot with very little. And we really enjoyed working together. After my career in the military, I moved to Hawaii and now work with many groups. Having learned to handle a lot of stress in my life effectively, over time I've also realized how much I enjoy helping other people who are also under stress. What took me 40 years to learn about stress is something that you can do through Mentally Tough Women. Instead of trial and error, you can learn what I learned in a few days. If you want to learn how to take on more stress to achieve greater success without getting stressed out, then we have a program here that can help you where we can have a free 15-minute talk and we can decide what's it going to take to work one-on-one together. Or if you want to do it at your own pace, we have a great 10-day self-discovery challenge for you through email. So click here below. Learning how to handle more stress does take work, but the payoff is huge. Let's get started. Choose one of these programs below, and I look forward to seeing you.